Got another Tip Tuesday video for you guys today. This is going to be a cool one about how you can stack the deck and why you would even want to do that when you're practicing here for Blackjack. All right, but first off, welcome back to the channel. This is A1 Blackjack. If you're new, welcome. This is the channel where we teach you how to count cards fast. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. We're going to show you some cool things. But first off, I want to kind of show you my new table here. Give you kind of a zoomed out view. I know I've shown this a little bit in a couple of videos, but I'm pretty proud of this. Got the table, or the felt, excuse me, from Casino Supply, along with all of these chips. They sent them to me. Got a discount code A1BJ if you want to get 10% off your orders too of some new things. But check this out. Got some lights on the outside here. Change some different colors, right? Really cool lights like that. Personally, I like red though. They can do some other fun things like, you know, fade in and out, but whatever. Let's just go with the red today. That's not why you're here. You're here to learn about a cool tip. So let's put $200 out here, and I'm going to show you a couple hands, exactly what's going to come out of the shoe, and then I'm going to show you why and how you can do that as well, and why that might be beneficial to you when you're practicing some blackjack. So $200 out here. Let's say I want 11. All right, that means I need an 8. There you go. All right, why is that helpful? Because when we have an 11 versus the dealer's 10, of course, we have the advantage, and we are going to double down. All right, the most common card, of course, is a 10 value card, which would give me 21. That'd be great. There you go. All right, dealer's going to have 20 here, and they do, which means we won $400. 2, 4. Really nice. Okay, but that's cool. That's 400. Nice. What if I want a little bit more though? Let's say we can pull out maybe a pair of 4s. Now I want to split those 4s, and 4s of course only split against the dealer's 5 or 6. So let's give that to you. There we go. All right, pair of 4s versus the dealer's 6 here. So we're going to split that, put $200 there. And on this first 4, I want to double that down again, right? Get as much money on the table as possible. So let's say I'm going to pull a 9. A 9 versus 6 is going to be a double down. There you go. All right, so now I have 9 versus 6. We're going to double that, and we get 20. So we can move to the second hand. And again, like I said, I want to get a lot of money out here. What if I get another 4? Then I would split it again. There you have it. All right. On this first 4, all right, you can't do anything too crazy here. Let's say we're going to be content with a 14, so we're going to stand on that. But this one, again, I want to double down one more time. How about an 11? So I pull a 7, double that down. There you go. And now, again, we have 21. All right, let's get the dealer to bust. This is a pretty common bust card, a 6, of course, the most common bust card. And so if they pull too high of a card, we're going to win 2, 4, 6, 8, and $1,000. All right, and just for kicks, I'll give it to you here. 2, 4, 6, 8, $1,000. Congratulations. Some of you would probably just walk away right now, but we know as card counters, we have the advantage. So you should probably stick around and make that 1,000 grow even more. Okay, now how did I do that? All right, so let me take the cards here out of the discard tray. Let's take that pair of 4s hand, because that's going to be kind of the most challenging one. Now, first off, why would you want to do this? Well, if you are a teammate with somebody who is practicing counting and you want to give them certain tough hands to practice, this is a great way to do that. All right. Now, there's another way to stack the deck here at the end that doesn't involve memorizing, which we'll get to. I'm going to show you that way as well, which may be a little more common for just single persons practicing. But for right now, let's say that you are trying to challenge a friend. So I'm just going to start by stacking this. I'm going to put the pair of 4s out there. All right, and then that was what, against a 6, I think. So you're just going to set the hand up kind of like it would come out of the shoe normally. Now be a little careful here. Normally when this is down, we flip over this card and it goes to the left from my vantage point, probably from on your right as you see it. And if you pick it up like this, you're going to have this 10 value card as what they're facing first. So I always like to put it on this side. That way when I'm picking up the cards, I know that this was the original up card for the dealer. Okay, all right, then what did we have? I think we eventually split it, and on this first one, we had, was it a 5, I think? Yeah, a 5. And then we doubled that down, and I think I gave you a, was an ace. An ace. All right, so those cards came out right after each other. And then on the other one, I got another 4 next. Okay, another 4 next. So again, these two came out first, and then those, and then this 4. All right, then next, after that 4, came a 10, because on this first 4, or on the second 4, I guess I had a 10 value card. So again, I'm kind of keeping the track of the order that these are coming out of the shoe. On the third and final 4, I had a 7 that I pulled, and we doubled down and got, I think it was another 21. So let's give you a 10 value card. All right, and then I had the dealer busting with a 24 like this. So the order that you need to pick these up, and this is the important part, the order is going to be the dealer's, any card after the original 2, that comes first, and you want to put it face down. All right, next, you need to pick up the cards that you either hit or double down on. So I think I need this Jack. That was one of my double down cards. The 7 before that, okay? And then the 10 after I split those second pair of 4s. The other 4 that I took out of the shoe, okay, before the split. And then if you remember, after I split these, this was the first hand. So I need the ace first and then the 5. All right, and then the most common way that you pick up cards is this is how it normally starts. All right, you're going to go the dealer's second card, your second card, the dealer's first card, and then your first card. All right, so let's see if it works out here. Again, I'll start with that 200, and we'll see if we can get the correct order. So again, I have it just like this. They would go in the shoe the same way. So it should be a pair of 4s versus 6. All right, and it is. Remember that Jack should be underneath. And it is there. I'm going to split those. The first 4, we got a 5. Nice. We doubled down. Got 20. Nice. On the second one, it should be another 4. And it is. Okay. So I'm going to split that. And then on this 4, I think that was just a 10. And then on this 4, if you remember, we're going to double it down. So I need a 7. Got that. Double. And then I have a 10 value card. Okay. And then the dealer can finally play. And they have a 16, and then they bust. So that is how you can set up a deck. You can do it with any combination. Let's just show you something simple. That was pretty complicated when you split pairs. I think splitting pairs is the hardest way to set up cards. All right, but let's say you have, what we're doing, $200? Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go through kind of some cards here, and let's pick out something real simple, like let's go in 18 versus 17. Okay, so let's start with the 10. I'll give you 18, and I'm going to take a 17. Let's go an 8 and a 9. Is there no 9 in here? No 9. We'll just go 10 and 7 then. Okay, 10 and 7. All right, put the rest of those off to the side. So again, let's say I want the 7 up. So that means that the king is going to go down first. All right, this is how I would originally have it. I'm going to be picking up the dealer's second card, that king, my second card, dealer's first card, and my first card. All right, so then when I go to deal this, you're going to get the 18. Dealer has a 17. We, of course, would stand, and dealer would also stand, and you would win $200. All right. Now you can also set this up, of course, so you don't win. Again, we know that losing is, you lose quite a bit when you're counting cards, just less than 50% of the time. So if you want to set up that scenario as well, you can do that. All right, now I want to show you a second way, and this is probably what most of you are interested in, is how to set up the deck so that you have a bunch of high cards at the beginning. And I like to do this a few different ways. You know, you could just, the easiest way you could do is, let's say you want to start like a true count of 2. That's, since this is a double deck, I would take out 4 low cards. All right, just like that. Put them off to the side here, and then you could start just counting right away at a true 2. And let's say you're betting $100 for each true count at 2 spots. So I go $200 there, $200 there, you know, and then you want to, you know, play from here. You could do that. All right. But one way that I like to do a little bit more, especially when I'm playing with like 6 deck, is I'm going to take that first deck or so. All right, just like that. Again, doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but more or less right there. And I'm just going to count through one of these. All right, so let's just count through really quick. We have D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, still D7, 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 D6, D5, D4, D3, D4, D5, D4, D3, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D5, D4, D3, still D3, D2, D1, 0. Okay, so I know if that is 0, that both of these have to be 0. All right, 0 and 0, because this is double deck, our count has to get to 0. To fix this, let's say again, I want this to start out kind of going more and more positive. All right, what you might do instead is take out a couple of big cards here, high cards. Let's take out 4. And over here, I'm going to take out 4 small cards. 1, 2, go from different spots in the thing here to keep them more random. And 4, right? By putting these here and these here, what did that do to the count? All right, just think about that for a second. So it was at 0. You took out 4 high cards, which would make it, go to a positive 4. And then you added also 4 little cards, which would also increase the count 4 more, making this a true 8. All right, just to prove it to you, we'll give it a nice shuffle here, and I'll count through this really quick. We have 1, 2, 1, a lot of neutrals. What was I at here? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, still 11, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 13, 12, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8. All right, just like I said, it is at an 8 now. So because this is relatively spread out there in this first deck, right, we can shuffle that up quite a bit, and this doesn't matter. The composition of this is still going to be a +8. All right, this is going to be a -8, of course. All right, which means that there is more high cards. This is rich in high cards. So if you are practicing this is the high one. Let's do this. All right, I'm going to shuffle this up, right? Totally random as far as the cards that are the order of the cards, but this one has the higher cards. So when I put that into a shoe, again, I'm going to put those on top. When I put those into a shoe here, let's say we cut off about a half deck or so. Let's play through this. All right, a little bit of double deck, and let's just see if we can maybe eke out some wins because the count is pretty high. All right, that's 5. We'll start with $1,500 here. All right, 15 black. We'll see if we have a win at the end. This should go pretty quick. Again, I'm not going to be counting. I'm just going to be flat betting $200, and we'll see. Because the count should start high, we should end up winning. All right, let's try it. All right, getting double down right away. Nice, 21, 7, 17. That's a good way to start out. Yeah, if you want to count, you can. But for the sake of this and for the speed of the video, I'm going to go without counting here. Just flat betting. My goodness, another 11, 12, 13, 13, and 20. All right, got to take them back that time. Okay, stand. And nice. 18 versus 20, or 20 versus 18. I'm reading them backwards. All right, stand. Dealer has 14 and 18. Take those. Okay, again, you should probably lose a few at the beginning here because the counts, we have all those little cards. All right, that's going to be a stand. 15, 14 too many. So if you can squeak out a little bit of even in that part, you should be doing really good at the back half of this. Actually, that's going to be a hit count, depending on what it is. Might be a deviation. I'm going to play basic, and we're going to hit it. There you go. 15, 6, 14, and 20. A lot of little cards there, so I bet our count is rising. All right, so that's going to be a hit. 22, too many. $16 stand versus 5, 9, ooh, 20. So again, this isn't atypical. We're still within that first deck or so, right? So I'd say right around now is when our luck should be changing, right? Should be stopping. Okay, maybe after this one. We'll see. But I best bet the back half of this will go well for us. All right, 9 versus 9 is going to be a hit. 19, you can stand. Dealer has 15, too many. Here we go. Eight versus 5 is a hit. 9, 10, 11 hits. 21, nice. 15, too many. And just a couple more here for a cut card. All right, 16 is a stand versus 2, 9, and 17. Take those ones. All right, try to get a couple wins before the end. Oops. Ooh, soft, depending on the count here. You know what? I bet the count is high enough. I'm going to double this because I have faith that this is a +1 or higher. Nice. All right, 15 and too many. Again, I'm playing some deviations here based off of what I know the count is, even though I'm not counting. All right, 13, that's going to be a hit. 19. 19, let's push. Looks like one more before the cut card. Good luck on the ace. Oops. And got to end with a dealer blackjack. Shoot. Okay. So, oops, that goes here. Let's see what happened. 2, 3, 4, 5. And, all right, you lost a little bit, but again, you can see that that is helpful because the count was pretty, it kind of got high quick there at the beginning. Again, start out at one point, it was at least at a +8. All right, just to prove it to you again, here at the end, we have 0, D1, 0, 1, 0, D1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0, D1, D2, D3. All right, so it was negative there, which means that when we ended, we were at least at a +3, or exactly at a +3. All right, again, that's kind of how I would set this up if I were to deal. Again, you can really get a nice high count when you're dealing, especially with like 6 or 8 deck shoes. But otherwise, if you like this tip, please leave a thumbs up for me down below in the corner. That helps me out a lot, guys. And until next Tuesday, this is A1 Blackjack.